So we are once again back with this week's weekly Xbox sale, where we're going to be diving into every game that's on sale that can be completed in 1 to 2 hours for those fantastic gamer scores. We're going to be wasting no time, we're going to dive straight in and find out what games we'll be playing this week. So we are kicking off as always with all those games that can be completed in under half an hour, and we've got a couple of games to go through this week, with the first one being worth a massive 3000G. This game is from East Asia Soft, and that's Many Faces Console Edition. This one's 70% off, a real cheap price, this one of only £1.25, rated 2.25, and this is a shoot 'em up in the retro arcade style. Our next one is Discovered. This one's 50% off at £4.19. It's rated 2.75, and this adventure game sees you in a lonely roadside diner in the middle of the desert. The locals say it's lost all its colour. You are sent to investigate. We also have Divination Console Edition. This one's rated 2 stars. It's 50% off at £2.09. Another game from East Asia Soft, this one, and this is a visual novel where you hear the stories of the clients' futures in the rooms and piecing together the truth of a dying world. We also have Debtor, which is a platformer from Desert Water Games. This one's 35% off at $2.72. Not bad, because this one's worth another 3000G. So a really big gamer score, this one, for a nice cheap price. It's rated 2 stars and has a retro style puzzle element. Another game worth 3000G this week is Deep Space Anomaly. This one's 35% off at £2.72 from Desert Water Games as well, and is rated 2 stars. This is another space style shoot 'em up in a survival arena. Escape 2088. This one's rated 2 stars as well, 35%. Nice and cheap again, this one only $1.61, and this is an old school point and click escape room with modern 3D graphics. And our final game that can be completed in that under half an hour is Cube Airport. This one's currently 50% off, costing £2.09, is rated 2.5, and sees you immerse yourself in a memorable experience with a relaxing lo-fi soundtrack and unique visuals that will leave you extremely satisfied as you take the construction of a runway in an airport. So moving swiftly on, we come to games that can be completed in under an hour but over that half hour mark. And our first one was only released on December the 8th, and that's Bestial Reception. This one's from Desert Water Games, is currently 20% off at $3.35, and this is a roguelike shooter in a bizarre radioactive world full of humanoid animals. Not only is the console version of this game available, but the Windows 10 version is also on sale this week, also 20% off at $3.35, meaning that you can stack these two games to get yourself a nice 2000G if you pick up both versions of this game. We also have Space Wing War from East Asia Soft. This one's 50% off at $2.89. Blast off for a retro shoot 'em up experience filled with clever twists and secrets. This one's rated 2.5. El Ganacho, another East Asia Soft game, 60% off at $2.31. Use a laser hook to navigate out of this world platforming stages and rescue your fellow Cocos. This one's rated 2 stars. 890B next. This one's 167, so really cheap. Another game from East Asia Soft. Plenty of East Asia Soft on sale this week. Our first stinker of the week, I rated only 1.5 this one, and this adventure game is a top-down 3D game that features a minimalistic yet thought-provoking and impactful storytelling, one that is largely depicted by the player's actions. Our final game in this category is Flying Islands Mushroom Quest. Now this one's going to be a right bargain, this one. Only 62p for this one, and it's worth 2000G. So a real bargain here, under £1. Going to net you that 2000G. If you haven't played this game, definitely worth picking up. This is definitely going to be one of the bargains of the week. And as always, we finish off with those games that can be completed within 1 to 2 hours. And the first one is The Path of Mortis. This one's been on the list a few times. This is a puzzle platformer, rated 2.25, is currently 80% off. That's a massive saving. This game is normally worth $12.49, and at the minute you can pick it up for as little as $2.49. If you're into this game, definitely the time to be picking it up. We also have Long Ago, a puzzle tale. This one's also got quite a big discount, 65% off at £2.09. This is a relaxing puzzle game with colourful visuals and beautiful music, rated 3 stars, so a really good puzzle game. This one has had an update as well, so this one will actually net you 2000 G for your time. The Innsmouth Case, this one's 90% off, another really cheap game, some real good cheap games this week, £1.24, which is 90% off, another game that started off at £12.49. Real bargain this for £1.24. Really can't emphasize how cheap this game is. It's a visual novel using a text adventure inspired by H.P. Lovecraft and the very first text-based adventure, rated 2.5. We have Life of Fly, one of the more expensive games, $7.49. This one 40% off, rated 2.25. As you play as a fly in 12 short stories, each revolving around life and thoughts of another fly. And we got our first of what's going to be 3 Airy games this week. Airy Broken Memories is 40% off at $7.49. Quite expensive, that one, for an Airy game, but one of the better ones, rated 2.5. And this is a relaxing flight sim as you take on the role of a bird. And next up we have Mushroom Savior. This is from the same people who brought you Mushroom Quest. This one's 65% off at another cheap $1.46. Really good bargain. And this one has literally just had a update, making this one worth now 5000 G. This is a massive update, bringing it up to the 5000 G mark, and for $1.46 this is definitely going to be a better bargain than Quest. Definitely one to be picking up if you're looking to give that Gamerscore a massive boost. We do have a guide for this on our channel to get the first 4000 G of this game, so if you're needing help to get that first few levels, then definitely check out that guide. We have Silver Chains next, 90% off at $1.99. This game was originally $19.99, so this is another one with a massive discount. This is an adventure game that's rated 2.5. Our next Airy game is A New Frontier. This one's £5.03, which is 40% off, rated 2.25. And then obviously this is another 3D flight exploration game. Jurassic Pinball, 50% off, nice and cheap, $1.24, rated 2.25. So this is obviously, like it says, a pinball game with a Jurassic dinosaur feel. Brave Soldier, Invasion of Cyborgs. This one's 30% off at $2.93, is rated 2.5. Yet another East Asia soft game, and this is a run and gun. Escape First Alchemist, 60% off, $4.99, rated 2 stars. This one is a multiplayer first-person escape room adventure. And our final Airy game for this week is Airy Flow of Time, which is 30% off at $5.87, rated 2 stars. And yet again, this is another relaxing 3D flight experience. And our final game is a game that you can get on Game Pass. It's scoring really well at 3 stars. It's a really clever puzzle game from Annapurna. So if you haven't got Game Pass, this is the perfect opportunity to pick up a great first-person puzzle game that takes place in a world where every building, plant and object are simultaneously tiny and staggeringly huge at the same time. This one is 60% off at $6.69. So like I said, a perfect opportunity to grab a brilliant game if you haven't got Game Pass. And if you have got Game Pass, definitely worth checking out with that 1 to 2 hour completion. Well, that is everything that's on offer this week that has that 1 to 2 hour completion. There's some real good cheap games in this sale, and a couple of games there with a couple of big gamer scores. Nothing special there, but they'll definitely give that gamer score a boost. Overall, I think this is a decent sale, if nothing special, but obviously you got to remember we're now coming to the end of the year and you're bound to get a New Year's sale where hopefully a load of these games will get a massive reduction. But if you're finding this video helpful, then please do like, share and subscribe to the channel. We do this video weekly and we also have a ton of guides showing you how to get some of the easiest achievements that are out there. Why not leave us a comment as well, letting us know if there's any guides you'd like us to do, or let us just know what games you'll be picking up this week. I'm sure some of you have some great insights into what some of these games are really going to be like. Well, that's all the time I've got for you this week. Thanks all for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.